If you've been in the crypto space or observed it for any amount of time, what would you think is the most missing from the blockchain world? Is it regulation? How about transparency? Well, according to some, one of the biggest problems with the space is that it's one big sausage fest. No, we're not saying blockchain should become vegan, not that there's anything wrong with that. We're talking about male domination. Now, it's not by design, it's just that men tend to lead the way with technology. But the industry is growing up, and incredibly smart, creative, and talented women are now leading the way as well. Today, we welcome one such woman to the show. As producer of this very podcast for almost 4 years, Erin Cell is now the co-host of the Nifty Chicks podcast. She's had an interesting journey down the rabbit hole and is passionate about helping onboard women into the crypto world. We can't pretend to know what women want, but we can define what a woman is. For those who need a refresher, a woman is a female adult human being. Join us in welcoming female adult human Erin Cell to episode number 620 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
And welcome both males and females of the species to the Bad Crypto Podcast, the show for the crypto curious and the crypto serious. Whether or not you have a sausage, we welcome you here. Hello, Sir Lord Travis Wright.
I just looked at the analytics, and it looks as if 87% of our listeners are dudes.
Did you say analytics?
I did. I looked at the analytics.
Okay. So, yeah.
Which is not what women want.
No.
Well, some do.
You know, and there might be some bad jokes, and some of you might even consider it sexist, although we're not, because we're big supporters of women. And our guest that we're going to introduce here in a little bit is no stranger to our jokes, and she herself has never been offended by our sense of humor.
Well, she has. She just doesn't say it.
No, she'd tell me. Sometimes she would roll her eyes
Oh, that's offended.
at me.
It's being offended.
I mean, but secretly she's laughing.
She was offended with the analytic joke that I just made, probably.
I don't know. She's over there laughing. We'll bring her in a little bit. I thought before we did, though, let's just take a look at the state of the market. Timestamp, it's on Saturday, and we are at the Travilla in Luquillo, Puerto Rico. Today it's a rainy day. We were going to get in the pool, and we grilled out some Frankfurters and some delicious hamburgers.
Yeah. I got this fire pit out here that I put together that was this really huge plant. It was a really big, ugly plant. And what I noticed was it was just like, I wouldn't go out there that much because I was like, what kind of insects are in that gross thing out there? And so we cut it all down. And then I went on Amazon and got all these pieces and put together a nice fire pit. So we actually burned real wood. Yeah. And
over real meat.
And we cooked we actually made a fake fire and we cooked Impossible burgers. Yeah. It was a great burger.
We tried to eat them, but it wasn't possible.
It was not good. Sorry, Bill Gates. Yeah. I'm not going to be eating your Impossible shit.
I don't want your bugs.
It was really good.
Anyway, what we decided today is...
No, I want to talk more about these delicious hamburgers.
Okay, go ahead.
They were good.
Yeah, we're good. So after, seeing what you've done with the place here, I'm like, it is time for a party, a banger out here. And we've been talking about having a Bad Crypto Podcast 5th birthday party here. And I think we're going to do it in August.
Okay.
Right?
Is that what you think?
Well, it's your place. You can say no.
You keep trying to throw parties in my house. I've noticed.
Yeah, it's made for a party.
It is made for parties, and I'm like a hermit.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't know when I became a hermit, but I'm Hermit the Hog.
Do you know Hermit?
Hi ho.
So
I'm Hermit the Hog.
We need to get details on that, and certainly those of you who wish to come and join us for the Bangarang at the Travilla in Puerto Rico, you'll be invited to come join us, but we need to set the date.
But not only that, we want to make sure that we're hanging out with you guys here next week when we have the 5-year anniversary. So we're going to do some virtual stuff, right?
Yeah, we're going to do, that's right. So the 16th is the day we thought of the show. The 18th of July is the day we released the first episode 5 years ago.
So what's the 5-year anniversary? Is it the 16th or is it the 18th?
I would say it's the day the show came out. The 16th would be the idea-versary.
Well, the 16th is a Saturday and the 18th is a Monday.
Let's do it on Monday.
Do it on Monday.
Yeah. So Monday the 18th, there will be a Twitter Spaces at 7 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock.
You know what? They say that it's normally probably 8 o'clock would be best, just because more people on the East Coast would be 5 o'clock, or on Pacific it'd be 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So let's do this. It's our 5-year anniversary, 5 p.m. Pacific. Oh, okay. That's good because that makes sense. Ties in.
Okay.
We could maybe start it at 5:55.
Make sure that you follow us at Bad Crypto Pod for all the details on that. And there you go. The date is now set in stone. If by stone we mean digital recording.
I will actually set it up on the Twitter Spaces now, and then we'll figure out exactly what we want to do afterwards. We might have an after party somewhere in the virtual world.
An after party.
If you have an Oculus, that would be the coolest. But if not, you don't have to.
Let's do it. Let's do it in Altspace. I looked at both Altspace and it's more people have it, and you can get to it easily on your web browser or any platform.
How many people can be in there?
Like 50.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Well, I don't have a penthouse in Dubai in Altspace, but that's okay.
We can pretend.
We'll have to have it.
Just call it your Dubai penthouse.
Well, I tell you, in spatial.io, it's badass, but that's okay. We'll do it in Altspace.
I just think it's more accessible.
Okay.
We want people to be able to get there.
I want to make it more exclusive, not inclusive.
You have to show your diamond ring.
Because screw you guys. I mean, seriously, if you can't get in, you can't get in. That's what the rule is. You gotta.
That's life.
Stand outside the velvet rope and beg.
Let us in. No, you need to show your credentials. Also, we are really close to launching our membership NFT that we're going to have for you guys, and more about that as soon as I get with the guys who are helping us produce all that. There's just so much happening here. So just a quick look here. It is Saturday, 4:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This episode comes out Sunday night. The crypto market cap, as of this very moment, according to the Coin Geckos, is, Travis, we just fell under $1 trillion again.
I saw it.
Oh,
Let's pretend it was earlier today. And we're at $1 trillion.
Yay.
Oh, we're not now.
It's gone. $998 billion. Bitcoin rallied a little bit to 21,615. Ethereum, 1217. Let's see. BNB, 242. XRP, 34.5 cents. Cardano, 48 cents. Solana, 38.35. They're being sued. Dogecoin, 7 cents. And notice I'm from heretofore, I'm leaving out stable coins, because there are now 3 stable coins in the top 10, and what's the point? They're $1. That's what 99 cents.
The only time it's news is when they're not $1.
Do you got a bug zapper? This fly is annoying me.
Well, that's what happens when you do those debates, when you're doing recording, and that's what happened. Who didn't Obama had one landed on his face, and then Mike Pence had one on his face, and now Joel just had a fly land on his face.
We're not debating.
That's true. For over the last 7 days here, GMX up 66%. SYN token, that was up 66% also. LYXE. These are all top 300 tokens, but I've not heard of any of those 3. Celsius actually up 59% this past week. So is it coming back from the dead? CVX up 53%. LDL up 50%. SEEK, S-E-E.
I don't want
C-E-K.
LDL's your good cholesterol, right?
That's
what you want to go.
You don't
up.
want the HDL.
No, your HDL goes up. You're just heading for a stroke.
OV up 40% as well. So it's interesting to see some of these tokens that are taking off again. And, we're near $1 trillion. It did get down. I got down to about 860 billion overall.
What do you think? Do you think that is this a fake run, or did we really hit bottom just under last time's all-time high?
I think that we're in one of those sideways things.
Yeah.
We're going to see some tokens that take off and some come back. And
or
it's
horizontal.
But we're going to be kind of flatlining it for a while. But every time crypto goes down, it'll do a dead cat bounce. It'll do a little pop, 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 pop. I'm wondering, is this a dead cat bounce? Normally they are. Normally they go, oh, they come crashing down and go up. And
what? So when they said dead cat, that means it's just one of the cat's lives that's coming back again. Right.
Okay.
Right. I mean, otherwise it'd be like a dead dog bounce, and once the dog is dead, that's it. It's over. So, don't listen, Rufus.
And I wonder why dead cats bounce, but humans, they don't bounce.
No, we splat.
We splat all over the place. And I'm telling you what, that is the worst way to like people who off themselves is like like jumping off something and then creating a huge mess for some other person.
Or landing on somebody, killing somebody else by landing on them.
Yeah, so don't kill yourselves, guys.
Yeah,
Tune in next week, and we want to make you. We hate to lose a listener.
Well, there's no reason to do that. There are suicide hotlines, seriously, for a moment, because it is serious. If there's somebody out there that's having thoughts that life isn't worth living, it is. And
these are the challenges that you get to evolve your soul. That's what I think. It's like, you know what? You have these challenges. Shit happens. Oh, man, you lost a lot of money in your crypto. Shit happens. Here you go. Let's rebuild.
If you knew how to build it once, you can build it again. That's the thing about making money. I've made money. I've lost money. I've made money again. I've lost money. It's like once you know how to make it and you understand the role that money plays in your life, once you've got your basic needs covered, then there's two type of people. There's those who are like, oh, I got more money than I need. I'm going to go buy a bunch of stuff. And then there are those like, all right, a bunch more stuff isn't going to make me more content, more fulfilled. So I'm going to do good stuff with the money, or I'm going to save my money. All right? That's it. And usually the people that are like, I'm going to go buy more stuff, they never get enough stuff to actually be any happier. They've just got more stuff to take care of, more stuff to maintain.
I got more stuff. I'm going to buy more stuff.
I
got enough stuff.
You got a wood fire pit now. I mean,
I do. And actually, in the bull run, I paid for my room. I paid for a sunroom to be installed at the height of the crypto, bull run. So I paid for it with bull run money, which is great. And Puerto Rico time finally got installed this week. Finally finished on Tuesday, and so now I wanted to invite you guys up to take a look at it. So we got a nice little sunroom.
It's very nice. Very nice.
Now it's like I feel like I'm complete. All right.
By the way,
my
that's
house is all done.
sexist. Why is it a sunroom and not a daughter room?
It's because SUN.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
I'm not too smart.
That's okay.
So, there are some out there that think, hey, we might go as low as 12, 13. But you know what?
I say, shut your mouth.
During a bearish market, or a build market, as we like to say, it's easy to go with the flow and go, oh, we're going lower. Just like when it's a bull market, it's easy to go, we're going to the moon. Everybody looks like a genius. And I feel like those who are calling for lower are trying to look smart. And then when it doesn't happen, they're going to forget they ever said it. I don't. Here's the thing. If it weren't for Luna in UST and Celsius and 3 arrows, I mean, how many arrows did crypto take over the last 4 to 6 weeks?
We would have been at an all-time high, but I took an arrow to the knee.
We wouldn't be this low.
Probably not this low.
We wouldn't be this low. And so more bad news could happen, but I think we've pretty much flushed out the worst of the DeFi. And worst case scenario, their collapse is already built in. Like if they don't survive bankruptcy, or if they're not bought out, and it's already baked in. So the best thing that could happen is that somebody salvages, acquires some of these companies, and investors get some of their money back, which would not be bearish.
It is such an interesting time, because people who say, I know it's going to do this, it's going to do that, Fibonacci, the charts say this, they say that, and you just realize most people really don't know. We think we know. There is some element of, human emotion that goes into play when these markets and people start freaking out and they start capitulating and selling as much as they can to kind of get rid of stuff. I know that's one thing I'm like, wait a second. I got some other coin over here. I guess I'll get rid of that. I'll turn that into some USD, right? It's like, it becomes a little crazy, and people start freaking out, especially when you go, man, when you look at your market and you look at your portfolio and you go, oh man, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 5 months ago, I had 10x this, right? But here's the thing. This shit happened in 2018 for us. So we've been through, and what happens is a lot of times in this place, if you're a content creator in crypto, then you just kind of put your tail between your legs and disappear. Like, we've never done that. We're here for 5 years now.
Yep.
We've gone through 2. People kept saying, oh, dude, this is a super cycle. Look, it did its thing. And it got up to 67 or something, and then 69. It went down, and then it went over 68, 60. See? We're on a super nope. Bitcoin had never made a chart like that.
Nope.
That was the first time Bitcoin has ever done that, where it got an all-time high and then went down like that, and then came up and roaring and created a brand new all-time high, and then
It's also the first time that in a bear market we've gone below the previous all-time high. We're like, that's not. I mean, if you would have told us at 69,000 that, hey, guess what? You're going to be able to get Bitcoin for under 20 again. We're like, what? No, that's never going to happen. Well, unpredictable and highly manipulated, and nobody knows what's going to happen.
Big money is manipulating the space right now. When you see Vanguard and you see BlackRock, which are two of the very biggest asset holders in the world, that are also arms of the Rothschild dynasty, and they're out there moving markets in ways nobody else can move markets. Like, and when they're shorting stuff and doing what they do to manipulate the markets, like, majority of the shit they do should be illegal in markets. Like, a lot of the traditional shorting and all the different derivatives and stuff that happens in traditional markets, I don't think they should be in crypto, because look what happens. That's exactly what happens. It just tanks the market.
How do you stop them? Crypto is about freedom, and if bad actors want to get in and do what they do, then how do you say, nope, it's not for you?
We cry about it.
You can't. By the way, I had to look this up because I'm like, Fibonacci. Who was Fibonacci?
He was an Italian scientist, dude.
He was, but do you know his actual name?
I don't remember his first name, no.
So his name was Leonardo Bonacci. So his name wasn't actually Fibonacci. He was also known as Leonardo of Pisa and Leonardo Bigola Pisano,
so who's
which
the fib?
Literally means Leonardo the Traveler from Pisa, an Italian mathematician considered to be the most talented Western mathematician of the Middle Ages. But they call him Fibonacci, which is short for son of Benacci.
Okay.
And now you've learned something.
Fibonacci, son of Benacci.
Benacci.
Wow, how about that?
So you'd be, what was your dad's name?
His first name or his last name?
First. Because last name was Beshore.
Yeah, his first name is Michael.
So you'd be Fiba Michael.
Fee Michael.
Fee Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true, because his dad's first name wasn't Benacci, was it?
Michael. I don't know.
Their last name?
Yeah, I'm making
So
a
we're just
joke.
teaching people shit that's not even real.
The Fibonacci stuff is real.
Okay.
You know how I know?
Because you Googled it?
It's on Wikipedia.
Because it's on Wikipedia. So you know how truthful that
It
is.
must be accurate. All right. You know what? That's enough words from us. We have a female of the species on presence here in this very Travilla. Let's go now to our interview with Ms. Erin Cell. And literally just a second or two has passed since I said, here you are. And here you are. Welcome, Erin.
Thanks for having me.
You're like surprised to be here on the other side of the microphone.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on this side of the microphone on Bad Crypto.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you're here, and thank you for your service to the Republic of Bad Cryptopia.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. That's when we started
many years of service.
So when Travis and I first started the show, it was literally just you and I, and we had the idea. You created the graphics and the website. I set up whatever we were using for studio, recorded the first show, edited it.
Set it up Libsyn.
Set up Libsyn, set up social profiles. Like in 48 hours, we had it done and out, and we were doing it all. And then we start getting email, people wanting to be on the show, and potential sponsors. And it was like, okay, there's a lot here. We need help.
Mm-hmm. And so that would have been July, and then you came on when? And you said March of?
I think it was March of, so that would have been 2018.
Oh. Mm-hmm. She came in right, and you go, oh, the crypto markets are tanking. This sounds like a great time to come in.
So
I started doing social.
Right.
Yeah, you started doing social, and of course, for those who haven't figured it out yet, you and I have been together for before that, and you were watching me get into crypto
And rolling my eyes.
And yeah, would you like to demonstrate the eye roll? There it is. I've seen that so many times. There's that eye roll. What did you think that I was getting into?
I thought you two were crazy.
Okay, crazy how? More.
Well,
Use words.
I mean, I just remember hearing about crypto and Bitcoin and blockchain and
there's a little coqui frog right there. Can we hear that?
You
Can
probably hear it on the show. They do hear it whenever we do a Twitter space or something. You can always hear that.
Rufus is like, he's standing by the window. He's like
He's
listening.
very interested.
He's like, what's going on out there, guys? There's a frog out there.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys have that many Koki frogs?
Oh, we got Kokies everywhere. Like when we walk at night with him, there's all these bushes, and you just hear them coming from all the bushes.
I got some big old bullfrogs out here, too.
Oh, we
There's
have
just some
those, too.
huge,
Did
just
you-
ginormous.
Name one, Jeremiah.
I didn't.
And
I
have you
didn't
made
have-
friends with him?
I haven't made friends with him, but my dog Tuki is very interested, and I keep telling him, no, do not get the frogs, get the lizards.
I know you guys can't see this right now, so I'm going to take a picture because Rufus is being so cute right now. Erin, take a picture of him, and we'll post this so you can see him looking out the window at Travis's place to listen for the Koki frogs.
It started raining really big, so the Koki frogs are like, nah.
Yeah. So those of you that don't have the visuals, check our Twitter and Insta. We'll post a picture of Rufus here. So you thought we were crazy, and what, foreign language?
So many other people thought we were crazy, too. Like, we were,
Yeah.
like, because, Chris Snook and I had just dropped Digital Sense, our book, right? And him and I are actually starting a new show called The Web3 Show. We're going to be doing about a couple times a month is what we'll do, talking about some Web3 stuff. But we dropped a book with Wiley called Digital Sense. And, it's all about customer experience, social business, marketing technologies, and these emerging technologies. And right after we dropped the book, it's almost like, all right, there's my knowledge there. I want to go explore this blockchain stuff.
Well,
Because it was like,
I was on top of my game leading the live video marketing revolution, right? I had been teaching on that. I was advisor with multiple
sure.
companies and had just, the fund formula was coming out soon. And people are like, what is this pivot? And they hadn't learned by now, right? That when I pivot, it's for a good reason. You would think that people would understand a track record of since 1995 being able to see what's next.
Yep.
And you and I, we saw this. In fact, you saw Bitcoin long before I did. You were mining and losing your Bitcoin somewhere in a trash dump on a hard drive in Kansas City years before I finally understood it.
Dude, but here's the thing is I talked to so many people and none of them got it. Like I was in Silicon Valley in 2013, 2013, 14. And I would talk to the smartest people that I knew. And I'd be like, so what do you think about this cryptocurrency stuff? You think of Bitcoin? What do you think?
You crazy.
Like, they're like, scam. No, I wouldn't spend any
Ponzi.
time thinking about that at all. And I was like, really?
It's a Ponzi.
Like, I'm like, dude, they're building algorithms, building value out of math. That doesn't surprise.
It wasn't until you found me that you found somebody to listen to explore it with. You didn't have a crypto buddy.
I never had a crypto buddy. That was really, and I literally, 2010, 2011, 2013, 2015, and finally 2016.
Late 2016.
Late 2016.
You finally got a crypto buddy, and we went down the rabbit hole. And so you have a background in social media marketing. You have an agency, Socially Powered, and talk a little bit about what you did there.
Well,
And-
at the time I did.
Yeah.
So I had spent many years in corporate, and I left corporate in 2013 to start my own agency because I had been doing social media for nonprofits and just helping other friends that had businesses that needed help figuring out social media because, it's a bit of a beast.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started doing that in 2013 and did that for many different, small businesses. And you guys started Bad Crypto Podcast. And, as you mentioned, you were doing it all. And I said, oh, well, maybe I could help you out. So I started doing social, but...
And I was like, no!
Yeah, that is true. That is actually true. But so I started doing social, and honestly, I listened and paid a little bit of attention, but not really. Mm-hmm. And I really didn't get it for a while.
It wasn't until you started editing the show, which took place sometime around 2019, right? About a year later.
Yeah, but I got in because I think the first time I put any money into crypto was December 2018. Perfect timing.
Excellent timing. So,
December 18 or December 17?
18.
Okay.
so it was low.
Yeah, I think it
December-
was around 9.
Yeah. Okay. So
Not so bad.
the good news is you're still up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start going down the crypto rabbit hole. You start buying, like, okay, maybe they're not so crazy.
Well, no, I still thought you were crazy.
Yeah.
I guess I started to somewhat see and understand what it was and the potential of crypto.
Okay.
And so I invested a little bit here and there. And then also I think because I was doing the social, and every now and then you guys would have a deal and I would maybe get a little
something.
a little token, a little something. So then I was like, oh, okay, you could actually make a little money here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that started to, I guess, change my mind.
You know, that is one of the things if you start getting paid in crypto, because I mean, I know for myself, aside from speaking gigs, I've not accepted any money in fiat currency in these 5 years for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking gigs are different because they want to pay you in a check or whatever, or wire you money. But that is it. Like to know, to be able to do this, and like, wait a second, like we're advising with projects and doing some stuff along the way to actually get paid in crypto. That's how you change the world in some ways, is you're actually getting in it. And like, look, like for the most part for 5 years, I've not accepted paper money. Like that's crazy to most people.
You burn it. I've seen you burn it.
Yeah.
You
Wait,
light
what'd
it.
you burn the other day at Radio City? Is that
That was
50?
That was a 50. Yeah,
It was a fake 50, but it was
yeah, they were. It's magician paper. Magician paper.
Yeah.
Like,
makes it
dude was like,
disappear.
"Why didn't you burn a 1?" I'm like, "Dude, it's magician paper, bro. It's like you literally burn it.
It's magical.
It looks
magical magician money.
It looks really cool. I can't wait for that dude to drop those
It
photos.
does look
Yeah.
really cool.
I messaged him on Instagram. He got back in action. He's gonna be dropping those.
Oh,
photos
nice.
soon.
So since you were a producer, we brought you along to World Crypticon. That was the first crypto conference you had been to. Was that 2019 then?
19.
19?
That would have been 2019. I don't know if that was the first
It was early.
crypto conference I went to, but it was definitely the largest.
So what did you observe there, especially from a gender perspective?
Well, and I feel like I talk about this all the time, but the bathrooms it's the best example for women versus men at events, conferences, whatever. And I remember walking into the restroom, the women's restroom, and I think I somehow managed to get in a stall with no toilet paper, which is, I mean, that happens, right? And typically in a normal women's bathroom, there's plenty of women around. You can say, hey, can you give me some toilet paper,
And
please?
she did that, and under the stall, somebody said, "Here you go, sweetie."
Because at crypto events, I identify as a woman.
that actually
Just
didn't
because of the
happen,
bathroom.
but there were no women in this huge Las Vegas bathroom, and I had to like wait until I heard somebody walk in.
You
to
did
get
it. You just
toilet
waddled.
paper.
You waddled over to another one.
I did not,
You're like,
but it was. That's really what I mean. You're so used to it as a woman. You're used to waiting in line. There's always a line for the bathroom.
Not at
And
crypto conferences.
Not at crypto conferences. So I thought it was funny. Was it VCon? I think it was VCon. There was a meme out there about they had put up like a picture of the normal men's bathroom signs. They put up a picture to cover the women's bathroom sign to convert the women's bathroom to a men's bathroom for that conference because.
If you're
there's
going
so
to
many men
convert
there.
the women's bathroom to men's, when they just like had a little dangle between the legs, give the picture an addictomy. And
I could have. I didn't see that. I noticed there seemed to be quite a few ladies at VCon.
Well, so this is what I've noticed is I feel like over the years, I feel like crypto conference is a little different than an NFT conference. I've only been to a few NFT conferences. The very first one I went to was the non-fungible conference in Lisbon, and when I went in, I was very.
So you didn't go to the NFC one,
No.
NFT NYC in 2019 or 20 whenever
no,
Joel and I.
No.
so back then, when I told you we were doing NFTs, let's get in the mindset of then. What were you thinking?
Crazy.
Crazy.
I was rolling my eyes again and being like, "You guys are insane."
You're playing with.
It's so funny.
Pixels.
You know, when you think about that, though, that's happened so often. Like because you and I typically see things first and we go there. And then I know we had that conversation with Brian Fanzo, and he was like, dude, when you guys started talking about NFTs 5 years ago, I thought y'all were stupid. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
And now he does NFT 365 podcast, which is a daily podcast show.
NFT
He's
podcast.
minting daily, which
Yeah.
I think is insane, but okay.
Oh, he's supporting the space, right? He's doing something
no,
every
I
single
think
day.
it's great. I mean, I just can't imagine finding and minting a new project every day.
But that's the thing about people who tend to see things first, is that we're crazy to people who don't understand what's going on. So when we start talking about Web3 back 5 years ago, I know we were having conversations about Web3 because I saw that early. I was like, wait, Web 2 is like Facebook and Twitter, and here's this blockchain stuff that's going on. This is Web 3. And so Web 3 sort of, to me, encompasses all of this stuff, right? With the metaverse and NFTs and GameFi and play to earn and DeFi and all. That's all Web 3 to me. And we were talking about Web 3. I know we were talking Web 3 really early, like probably like August or September 2017.
I don't think we knew it was Web 3.
I remember because I specifically remember calling it Web 3 because I went to the Web 2 conference back in 2007 in San Francisco. It was the Web 2 Expo, and I was like, dude, this is Web 2.
Okay.
And I remember going, this is Web 3, bro. We're in Web 3.
You and
Because I bought domain names earlier.
We're already in Web 4. We're already there. By the way,
You're
listened.
behind me because I'm almost in Web 5.
Okay. I listened to the Crypto Kitties episode we did in December 2017. I don't believe I heard us say NFT once in that show.
No, it
We
was-
called digital collectibles.
Right.
No, we said non-fungible token, ERC 721.
Oh, ERC 721s, yeah. But it was
They
like
weren't
NFT
abbreviated yet, no.
wasn't in the vernacular at that point. And I really like that word, vernacular.
You like that word?
It's just a fun word
You
to
like
say.
non-fungible tokens as a word? also?
Well, that's 3 words. But vernacular is 1 word. But now it's all in
Is
my
it
You're very
3 since
specific.
it's hyphen?
Yes, non-fungible tokens. But we can debate that all day. I don't want to. What was your aha moment in NFTs? When did the switch flip and you went from you're crazy to, oh, I think I might get this
Garbage Pail Kids.
on Tops. Mm-hmm. So that was on
So-
wax in
Yeah.
April or May of 2020.
Well, but it announced
2020,
in like
April.
February, I thought.
Yeah.
March of 2020 is when they had that announcement. There,
Okay.
So that, and the only reason for me there was because I collected Garbage Pail Kids as a kid, and I loved them.
You were a garbage
And-
pail kid.
Yeah. And so when I
Was it the pack experience, the opening of the
Yeah,
pack? That
yeah.
was so badass.
yeah.
Yeah.
That really got us. We go,
Thank
oh
you,
my
Tops.
God.
Yeah, Tops led the way because we had minted some NFTs, but when we saw that they had figured out how on the Wax blockchain to mint a pack, and then you'd be able to open that, have a pack opening experience, and get random cards in different variations, we were like, oh,
Well,
we got to
that
do
made
this.
it like real, like it was when you were a kid. It was that same experience.
It was very fun.
yeah.
The sort of randomness of it that you couldn't actually do it on. You couldn't do it on Ethereum to this day. You cannot do that.
They did it on Gods Unchained, but there was gas fees associated with it, so much so that they had to make their own sidechain, Immutable X. So now you can open packs on side chains.
On side chains, but not on
But
Ethereum.
not on Ethereum. Ethereum is still a gas hog.
Yeah. And so that right there was really fun for people. Like it is fun. To this day, somebody opens up a Blockchain Heroes pack and you're like, that's fun. And in fact, it's really hard to open up a Series 1 Garbage Pail Kid pack now.
You have to go to topsgpk.io and you look in the corner and it says previous releases. You go there and it goes to the Genesis site, the legacy site. Because I've got like half a dozen GPK 5-packs from Series 1 that I'm just
I got like 2 or 3.
hodling those because those are the OGs.
I bet you I
unless,
still do too. I haven't looked in a while.
unless they go away and you can't open them up, then what happens?
Yeah, unless Topps goes out of business, I can't see
Which
that.
they got purchased by Fanatics, so they're not going
they're not
anywhere.
going out of business, so they'll make a way to open those legacies. So then you notice we do Blockchain Heroes. You finally get it. You're on board with it. You're producing the Nifty show, right? Because we started the Nifty show right before Blockchain Heroes came out, which by the way,
Right after Virtual Blockchain Week. We
right
launched
after
Nifty Show.
Virtual Blockchain Week, and then you discovered the Ethereum chain for minting. And I just want to say now, gang, that this woman is a NFT fanatic. Like, I go in your office and you are always playing with your NFTs, and I've noticed that the vast majority of them are women based.
So are you a lesbian now? Or?
No, I just love my women NFTs.
Why? Tell me, why do you love them so much?
That's a great question.
Okay.
So, and this is one of those things I talk about whenever I'm speaking about NFTs, and it's the whole thing around. I never understood Bored Apes, V-Friends, the punks. When you were showing me those things, CryptoKitties, any of those projects that, yes, now they're worth, millions, billions, whatever. But when I saw those
We're not at
NFTs,
billions yet.
well,
Maybe one day.
overall, when I saw them, I thought they were ugly, and I thought, why in the hell would anybody want to spend that much money on these ugly JPEGs? I mean, I said the same thing about Moonbirds. So obviously don't listen to me.
Not financial advice.
But what really got me is I like the looks of the art of the women and the different personalities of them. I also like the utility behind a lot of them. Some of them, the utility still yet to be found. I feel like this year especially, or the last few months, a lot of projects have kind of stagnated. Mm-hmm. There's also been problems within the women-led communities.
Not like that doesn't happen in the male-led communities. There's never
Right.
rug pulls. There's never scammers. There's never people who don't do what they say they're going to do.
I'd say it's probably 85% of that. People.
But what we haven't seen is women releasing a
All
male.
male.
collection, and they're posing as men.
Oh, maybe that's what I'll do.
We did see that in what's the story?
My favorite project, and it's Fame Lady Squad.
Yeah. So what happened?
So, yeah, it was a bunch of Russian men that pretended they were women and created this project. And then they...
Really?
Yeah.
Say, hey, Igor, have proposition for you.
Yeah.
We see pretty women. We make NFTs. You and me, we make NFTs, and we say we are women.
We did this early on when we were talking about this. We make NFTs.
We make the NFTs. We say we are women. We have the NFTs.
We should
already.
have done this. We should have tried to rug pull this, but the rug would have been different kind of rug.
And there's the eye roll. So how did this get disclosed that it was actually men?
I actually don't know that story. We are going to have Danielle and Board Becky from Fame Lady Squad, who they actually took over the project.
So the dudes were all like, we're dudes.
So they
And
got they got found out, or they somehow it got leaked that they were men. And of course they took all the money they made from it, but they did turn over all the artwork, the project. They gave the IP, the everything to the community. And so
And that's one of your favorites. That's one of your favorites.
it's one of my favorites.
Because
yeah.
the artwork's beautiful.
Yeah.
We take the money, we run, we give our
And
tour to the
but
So
the
was
ladies.
Ward
community
Becky and
of
this
them-
other lady that's taking it over, were they like key community members or
Yeah.
something?
Yep.
They were like,
so
oh my God, I love
I think
them.
there's 3 or 4 of them in total, but Board Becky and Danielle NFT Ignition are the 2 main people
I
behind.
never knew that story.
Yeah.
I did not know that
You are
Fame Lady
Igor.
Squad
You
was
are a
those.
mentor of Fame Lady. You took money and run.
It's Olaf and Vladimir.
Oh, love and love. Okay, so now here we are, and we'll talk a little bit about your show here in a bit because you're no longer producer of this
Right.
show because you have
quit.
spread your wings.
It's just like, fuck this.
I'm like out of here. I'm
These
doing
guys
my
are douches. I hate you guys.
Doing my
This
own.
is kind of like a 5-year reunion anniversary show.
almost yeah. It's like, so I'm doing my own NFT show. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I want to as you're looking at the market for NFTs as a woman, you and other women that you're friends with and have talked to in the space, what do you look for in NFTs that men don't look for?
So I do think that men actually look for this as well, but this is something that I talk about all the time with people that are, other women that are in the space. And I just had this conversation last week with somebody, And I like to mint, but every time I mint, I am mad because I don't get what I want. And what I want is I want NFTs that look like me. I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's the same thing when I was a kid. I wanted a Barbie with brown hair. I wanted a Cabbage Patch Kid with brown hair. Like,
Well, why are you minting bulls and apes then? Because you're not going to get a bull. You're not going to get a bull that looks like you.
true, but I don't mint. I mean, I meant Boss Babes, and I meant, well, I can't mint World of Women now, but I meant things that in hopes that I will get one that looks like me, but then I never do. So then I go turn around and buy them on the secondary.
You buy one that looks like you off the floor or wherever, whatever you need to
can
pay.
get it, yeah.
But do they have to be? Because here's the thing. It's like if you want artwork that looks like you, like and a lot of people do, then like can't you just like go to Fiverr or Upwork and be like, make me a caricature or make me a me?
But
and
she's
then I'll
not
mint
part
it.
of that collection.
Oh yeah, it's a part of the collect. Because that's one of the things is like because Joel and I have done bad crypto for so long. There's been so many people who will include us and just make artwork of us and send it to us, and it's fun and it's cool.
Yeah.
So it's like awesome.
It doesn't necessarily need to be identical to me. I just want, instead of having a blonde you, which is what I got when I minted a you, I wanted a brown haired you. And
There's a collection called You? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's my BFF. You have a my BFF.
That's Randy
bracelet.
Zuckerberg's
Oh,
thing,
okay.
right?
Randy's is Hug. I think
Oh, I can't
Randy's a
keep up.
part of. She's
You.
a founder.
You.
She's a co-founder or something. On
Well,
My BFF
and also
You.
if you look at, so there's a lot of collections that build diversity to the extreme into their collections. So what you'll often see is a greater proportion of, for example, African American black women NFTs in a collection than there are customers. And what ends up happening, and I've looked at this, is almost always in these collections, the floor consists of the black NFTs, the black women. And it's not because people...
I'm offended.
Well, be offended by the public that there's not enough African American women yet that are buying these. They're making a disproportionate number of them. And I think that, you need to pay attention to the market. Who is your market? If women are indeed looking for NFTs that resemble them, then wouldn't you want to create your collection with the same type of curve?
So what would you do then? You would have to say like, okay, who are the women in NFTs? And I know that we went to NFT NYC and
Right.
I went to VCon and I saw there's way more women in the NFT conferences personally that I've noticed than at crypto conferences.
Yes.
Right. So that's like
100%.
so NFTs do seem to be resonating.
Yep.
Right. But I wonder like. So probably let's just say 15-20% of the NFT buyers are women. Of that 20%, what's the breakdown when it comes to races?
You would think that you would do that.
I think Rufus just ate a Koki frog.
if women truly want, if they're buying a women-based NFT, right? And it's not an ape, it's not a bull, it's whatever, it's a woman, that most likely you want one that closely resembles you, then you think they would create the distribution in a way. And guess what that does to the African American or the Latino, right? It makes those more rare, which I think makes them more special. And that's what I'd like to see is like, hey, if people of color are rarer in society, then the NFTs should be more rare as well. Because it's a even distribution.
Well, it's a demographic thing, right? It's like who are the buyers of your project, and you can kind of figure that out. And it's like, oh, well, if 70% are white and 30% are black, then you'd probably want to try to match that. Like, because I know that's one of the things with our shamans we were trying to figure out, and it was like, okay, well, what percentage are men versus women? Well, then probably it's from what our research is that like 75-80% of the audience is men. Probably at this point, still 20% women. So then wouldn't we have 20%? If that's the case, if people are trying to buy NFTs that look like them, then most people, that's not always the case,
Yes,
though.
yeah,
Different.
I do disagree on that, and primarily because there's so many men that support women projects, and they're not. I mean, I know we've talked about this.
Well, I like to find ones that look like me too.
Well, let's
in a
think about
dress.
this, and I want to hear this thought. In your soul shamans, there's one that I want. Is it a man?
Nope.
No. Which one
It's
is
a transsexual.
it? Nope, it's not. What is it?
It's a lady who kind of resembles Jennifer Aniston.
That's right. And and you said it's Gaia.
It's Gaia.
The goddess.
Yeah.
And I said, no, that's Jennifer Aniston. I want that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like so I wasn't going for one that looked like me, because then I'd have to get, big, hairy, manly, beastly character. Which one represents hairy,
Manly beastly.
Because that's the one that I would want. But we're not, men and women are different. I think
and that's why
women-
with our Ancient Wisdom, the shaman set, they are actually, it's about 50-50.
Yeah.
So because there's some really cool medicine women and witches, and and there's lots of shamans and wizards and stuff, and so it's like it's more
Shaman.
it's probably more 60-40, but it's like there's a lot. Like every time we create one male version, we'd always want a female version of that same type, and so we've got artists from around the world that have created that stuff. And that's really part of the problem of actually launching the thing, is that it's essentially launching about 35 generative sets at once, which is really,
It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Which is, we're going to do it right. So when we launch it, it's going to be right. But
AncientWisdom.io. If you guys haven't gone there yet and joined the community, do it. So this begs the question, which is the title of this episode: What Women Want. What do women want in crypto in general, the blockchain technology, and what's building in that space, and what do women want in this future Web3 world that consists of NFTs, metaverse, play to earn? Pick it up wherever you want to. I know it's a big question.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. And I was thinking, okay, how long is the show? I mean, I know I used to edit this.
And we're out of time. Stay bad. No.
So,
and while you're answering that, I'm going to go use the restroom.
So Travis will be back in 20 minutes.
Use my name in there. Get a good seat. They know me. Yeah. Okay. He'll be right back.
Okay. So I feel like women definitely, we want a seat at the table, because I feel like this space in general has been dominated by men.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, I mean, men led the way, like we typically do, right? We're the hunters and gatherers. Not that there aren't women that haven't been involved, but there's a majority. Do you think it's because women have been denied a seat, or just that men have pioneered this technology?
So I don't think that women are denied a seat. I think, honestly, that women are somewhat, we've talked about this, Jenna and I have talked about this, is that women tend to be more risk averse. Also, definitely technology isn't always forefront for us. It's for most women, I would say technology, we're laggard and getting into technology, understanding technology. And I also think that there's, even for me, there's a part of crypto and just the space in general that it's a little bit scary. There's the fear of losing everything, of, making making a mistake and, maybe not having the right password, and then all your crypto's gone. Everything you've invested is gone.
In general, men are greater risk takers.
Yes.
Just in general. I mean, of course, there's always outliers, and there's women out there that take bigger risks than I will ever have taken in my whole life. Okay, I'm not talking about the outliers. I'm talking about in general.
I mean, I've jumped out of a plane.
Right, and
I've
I
jumped
never
off
will.
the stratosphere.
I never will do either of those. I think you're crazy, but more power to you for having had those experiences. So, but those are what you would consider safe experiences, right? You're jumping out of plane, on piggyback with somebody that is a professional, has a parachute. You're jumping off the stratosphere that nobody's ever plummeted from, because the bungee cord snapped. Whereas not that we know of, because people do go splat. With crypto, there is no safety net, right? You could go splat.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing that I think about, especially when I first got into crypto, was, I guess, when I would talk to other friends that had no idea, they don't even want to have that conversation with me. I've had some friends that are a little interested. I remember back in the early days when I first got started in crypto, sitting down on the couch with one of my friends, and we were talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And I said, go get your phone. And she went and got her phone, and we downloaded the Coinbase app and got her all set up and connected it to her bank. And she started putting in, I don't know, $50 a month or $50 every couple weeks. And then 3 months later, 6 months later, we were chatting again, and she went and looked at her Coinbase account, and she's like, holy shit, Erin, I have $3,000 in there now, or whatever the amount was. And then, fast forward a few years, and now she is telling me she's got, 10 grand or 15 grand in there. So I love being able to do things like that for women. I just wish that I could get more women into it. I did manage to get my mother into it, which, I mean,
Do you
technology.
regret that yet? Is that
technology challenged? So, I mean, that's my main goal, is just getting more women into the space and knowledgeable about what to do, be able to speak the terms.
It was a little over a year ago that we moved to Puerto Rico, and we met some people, Peter and Jenna Cozadoy, and Jenna said, hey, I want to learn more about this NFT thing. And so they came over to our place and asked questions, and I gave her a name. I said, because she was fascinated by it, I said, heretofore you will be known as Jen FT. And now, fast forward, you two, Jen FT, and your alter ego, Mint Cell, because for those who don't know, your last name is Cell, Erin Cell, Cell. Mint is your favorite color. Mint is tied into minting NFTs. There you go. I've brought it full circle. Minty Cell and Jen FT now host the Nifty Chicks. I always want to say Crypto Chicks because they've been around for Crypto Chicks.
Well, we did have a Crypto Chicks podcast.
Yeah, we did.
We actually took it over.
You guys took that spot over? You took that feed over?
Yeah.
So you guys are up on episode then something else then, huh?
Yeah. So we're, I think I just put out episode 78, but technically we've really only done 50.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but
It was like 20 or 30. It was about 30 of the
Yeah.
Crypto Chicks, right?
our episodes are messed up too, right? Because this is actually technically, on paper it's BCP 620, but we've actually done over 700 Bad Crypto podcasts because many of them were unnumbered or were ICO spotlights, and
Or they were half episodes,
Yeah.
or they were special episodes,
So-
or they were just a cheesy ass song we did.
yeah. So I like our cheesy ass songs. Maybe it's time to revisit one.
Hey,
of those cheesy songs.
actually, folks, I don't know if this is out yet, but soon, Blockchain Heroes Retro Rebellion songs will be on Spotify.
That is true, and iTunes, and iHeartRadio, and Pandora, and everywhere music is distributed. It is a full 41 song original soundtrack.
That's pretty impressive, actually. So, like, Zach did an amazing job of organizing that. It's all synthwave 80s sort of vibe. And so with Retro Rebellion Blockchain Heroes, we did every character, and there was 20 villains and 20 heroes. Every character had their own soundtrack. So what's the other one? So there's 41. What's the other one?
It's the main theme. It's the
the main
extended
theme.
version of the main theme. But way to be
Nice.
sexist and totally change the subject from our female guest.
Well, she brought over some sangria, and I'm like 3 glasses in on it, and I had to take a pee, and I came back. I missed an opportunity to slay with a joke.
So she is a blockchain hero, actually.
She is, so I didn't derail it.
There was a time when
I railed it.
when you railed it. Oh my gosh! I wish I had a picture of that.
he
because
just spit sangria all over us.
that was fantastic.
man.
Where's the camera when you need it?
shit.
That would have been a great spit take. And for Blockchain Heroes First Strike, you inspired, just like we inspired Sooth and Sayer for Series 1. You came riding up to my place on your little scooter, your mint scooter, and you had Rufus. You had your helmet on, and you had Rufus in a backpack on your back, and he was wearing these amazing doggles. And the two of you just looked so badass, and I laughed. I took a picture. I sent it to Zach. I said, make them into a hero. And so you became Amp and Subwoofer. Yeah,
Hey,
and
Subwoofer.
the dogs are playing now. Tukey's getting after Rufus.
Nice.
So let me go back to the question about what women want, because y'all think different than men. Maybe grab Rufus and put him in your lap so he's got some peace and quiet. Tuki's a sweet pooch, and she just loves to play with Rufus, and he's not in the mood. He's like, I just want to sit in my mom's lap and chill while she says words into the microphone. So he's good now.
Okay. So me personally, and I hate to say like what women want because
in general,
because everybody wants something different.
Okay.
What I want is good looking art that I like. That I mean, you've said this before. You both have said this before, I think, and that is I don't know what Travis is laughing about.
I got a joke in my head. Women want good looking, well hung art. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Ask a woman.
I want art. No, with an NFT, what I want is something that I will like at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. It does matter, yes, if it's going to make money eventually, but that's not why I'm buying it. I want it to be something that I like.
Did Rufus want to add to that?
You have something to say?
I'm going to get a
You're a
picture of
boy.
him looking at the microphone.
You're a boy.
Okay, but it's not just the art, right?
It's also community.
Right.
It's the utility. I was super excited at NFT NYC. Well, twofold there. I was super excited, and I was also a little pissed off about how things are handled in the NFT space, conference space, and how
What
projects
pissed you
handle
off?
things. Well, first I was excited because I was selected to go to an event, an exclusive event for one of the projects that I'm a part of. But on the other side of things, there were projects that I'm a part of that, for example, I still can't get into the Discord. And I've tried for months to get in, and there's issues. There were events. There were multiple events by different projects that I'm a holder of. Some of them I hold multiple NFTs of, and I didn't get to go to their events. And
This is because you need a clone because there was 350 satellite events in only 4 days?
No, it actually wasn't that I needed a clone. It was that I missed out on raising my hand in some random Discord sub channel that they
Right.
posted in the announcements. And if you don't go check it every freaking day
Yeah.
and find out which I thought I was doing a really
That's
good
what
job
sucks
of.
about NFTs, quite frankly, because Joel and I were talking about this earlier. It's like, Joel was like, well, I go into my Discord at least once a week or twice a week, and I go in and look at the announcements and go and look, and I'm like, yeah, I don't do any of that. It's like,
you
it's
miss
just
out.
so many, because it's like, I'm looking at my Ethereum wallet alone. I have 1,100 NFTs. Like, how many freaking groups is that?
Yeah,
on
well,
my
you
end?
can't even be in that
Then-
many Discord groups
And then your
unless you're paying
Discord,
for
and then
it.
your Discord groups, and then your Discords get so many of them,
Yeah.
and you're like,
It's impossible.
And his seed phrase is "eat a bag." No, that's not.
it's 12 bags of dicks.
Yes. Okay, so but here's the thing. When you get into all these projects, you're basically saying it's now my responsibility to keep up with them. And just because we're into 100 projects, it's not the fault of that project. Like, what they're looking for are people that are interested in into their community,
Right.
And they're not obligated to drop you a note and
Agreed.
say, hey,
And so-
don't miss this.
Agreed. And so what I've done is I sort my Discord projects by my favorites. And the ones that I want to make sure that I'm paying attention to, I have in a folder at the top of my Discord. They're the ones that I go look at every few days. Before NFT NYC, I was looking at them all the time to make sure I stayed up to date. I still miss stuff, but the projects that like I was just complaining about, the one I can't get into their Discord, I'm less likely to care about that project because they're unwilling to go the further mile.
Why can't you get in it?
I don't know. Every time I try to join I get an error and it says that you can't join that.
I've tried to help her too.
I've contacted Discord. I've contacted the project multiple ways.
Were you able to
Email,
join?
Twitter.
Did you try to join it?
I don't have the NFT. From
You don't
that
have to have the
collection.
NFT
No.
even.
I don't
but-
know. Maybe I can get in and you can pretend to be me.
Yeah, maybe.
The Discord sucks.
Agreed.
Like I understand what they were going for, but Actually, Discord doesn't suck. It sucks for what we're trying to do in the NFT community.
Because it wasn't built for NFTs.
There is an opportunity, like whoever comes up with the platform/social platform that connects NFTs with some unified bots rather than having so many different ones, Me6, Collabland, Honeycomb. There's all these, and they use different ones.
Collabland's really actually cool though to check your NFT, and then they won't let you in certain rooms if you have certain NFT. It's actually real. That's actually really cool. But you're right; it wasn't built for it.
We need other solutions, and I don't know what they are. But
yeah, so women don't like that.
Well, men don't like that.
Men
either.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just that the issues that come with it, with NFTs, with trying to. So you want to be a part of a community, yet I feel ostracized from some of the communities that I should be a part of. I want to support them, yet I can't get in their Discord, and then they're not being helpful, and it makes you feel like maybe they don't really give a shit if you're in their community because they've already got your money, right?
In some ways, you know what's so weird is like I find that the older that I get, like it's like the more of a hermit I become, the less that I care about being in part of communities and stuff. It's weird. It really is. It's almost like, I don't know. It's like, is it that I'm burnt out on social media? Is that social media took such a right turn that it just
a left turn?
It did. Like it took such a turn that it's like online communities to me in some way they've lost their luster. Right when it started, I loved it. I was in it all the time. I couldn't get enough of it. And now with social media being, in my mind, kind of evil, or just in a way that's like they use it in a way that's not really good for humanity, I find myself kind of, I know I need to be in Discord doing all this, and then the other side is being like, I don't even really care to. I don't even want to. Like I don't know if I'm a rebel? Am I stupid? I'm just burnt out of it, or I don't know what it is.
Stupid, burnt out rebel Travis.
Stupid, burnt out rebel Travis.
That's all of those things. But there's more that you're looking for, right? Because I know you've told me you're excited about. For example, there's like these handbags, right? What are tell me about some of these collections that you've seen other women, not just you, get excited about, and let's see if we can spot the difference here.
Well, there's a lot of things that really excite me, and the Diamond Handbag Club is one of them. And that is, I mean, I like handbags in general and luxury items.
Ladies love those, but those things can be so expensive in real life too.
Handbags,
Oh my God.
shoes, jewelry, fashion, luxury travel. There's and being able to, let's say you own Diamond Handbags as one of I just love what they're doing, and the ability to take something digital, and they've coined it phygital, so that you can take a digital product and bring it into the physical world. And that's what they're doing with Diamond Handbag Club. So you can own this bag in the metaverse, but then you can also have it made in real life.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And Catharsis just did this. I picked up my Fame Lady jewelry that I got from owning an NFT that Fame Ladies did a collab with Catharsis. And you had different NFTs that you could purchase. And if they weren't redeemed, you could go redeem them for a physical piece of jewelry. The ones that they had, I believe, for Fame Ladies were necklaces or rings, I think were the different options. And so I was able to pick up my cute little Fame Lady Squad necklace.
See, that's different. Like, I don't know that I have bought anything from another collection to get a physical wearable. Some physical items have come with stuff, like we just got from the Playing Arts, the cards we got, these cool NFTs created by 52 different artists. We just got to get physical decks of the cards, but I didn't buy them because we were going to get physical decks. Have you?
They look sexy.
They're cool.
Awesome, yeah.
Have you bought any NFTs because of a something you were going to wear in real life, not a digital wearable, a physical wearable?
The Adidas collection, the digital metaverse, because you get like a cool yellow tracksuit, you get a G Money beanie, and like a pair of shoes or
I
something.
want to see you running around in the yellow tracksuit and beanie. That's
I think that'd be hilarious.
I want to see
No,
that.
seriously, because like if you're wearing that, like if I go and wear that at an NFT conference or something,
Right.
people are gonna go, like I would wear that, not the Gary V Friends ugly green Jets
You don't like that?
looking jacket that he sent out.
Yeah.
This is the ugliest thing ever. Now I did buy the NFT because I was gonna get physical gifts from Gary V. You know, because when V Friends came out, I bought a gift code because I knew I was gonna get physical gifts. Now. We've gotten 7 of them. I've been underwhelmed. And literally, once I saw the 7th one, I put my gift code up for sale. I was like, fuck, this is shitty. And apparently, people got upset about it in the Discord. I didn't even know about
There's
it.
a lot of people upset about Gift 7. But, Gary, we believe in you. Turn this ship around so we can say, holy shit.
Is it the hold on.
Gossip Girls
It's
handbag?
the
Is that
Gossip Girl
it?
collection that's doing those?
No, Gossip Girl is not doing it. It's Diamond Handbag Club.
Diamond
But
handbag.
see, now you're,
But
you're
I-
looking on
See, I'm looking on OpenSea for
which
Diamond.
It's
has-
not available yet. She hasn't launched yet.
Oh, they haven't launched yet.
No.
Because I was looking for Diamond Fanny Pack Club.
Oh.
Yeah. I was
And,
like,
and
So-
Diamond Dicks came up
yeah,
instead.
Diamond
So
Fanny
this
Pack
is-
Pack.
This is a funny story. I actually found out about the Catharsis Fame Ladies Squad collab because I was listening to Fame Ladies podcast. They had them on talking about it, and I immediately went home and got on my computer and looked for the specific piece of jewelry that I wanted. Went and found the NFT that hadn't yet been redeemed so that I could purchase that NFT, go redeem it in exchange for the physical piece
So
of
you
jewelry.
get that necklace?
Yeah, because
You
I
were so
wanted.
pissed off that was all wadded up into a knot?
Yes, it was so tangled when I got it. But
She
You were
was
so
mad.
pissed. 'cause
I was
didn't
so
realize
mad.
The journey it took. 'Cause
Yeah,
I thought
I
that
was
was just
so-
a piece of swag you got.
no,
going.
I was so mad.
Oh,
But
because you went and NFT'd it up, and you had to find the right NFT. It
yeah,
hadn't been
yes,
claimed. You
and I
wanted-
wanted the gold one. I didn't want silver. Like it was very specific about
She was
what I wanted.
mad.
I was really mad. I
I
spent
know.
hours trying to untangle it.
I was there.
And then Jen FT, my hero, did it in like 30 minutes.
She's amazing.
We
She's
have
very
a
gifted.
great little video if anybody wants to go watch it.
You have a
Nobody
lot.
wants to watch that. Nobody.
It's really funny. It's like 30 seconds long of her untangling
Yeah,
this
like,
necklace.
watch for 30 minutes as
No, 30
Jen
seconds.
unwraps.
I did it, I did it on slow-mo or whatever. So
They actually have a lot of great videos. So the podcast is the Nifty Chicks, theniftychicks.io.
theniftychicks.io.
Is the website.
NIFTY chicks, CHICKS
And
.io.
the podcast is about women projects by women for women, but men can listen too, right?
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
going to go sexist.
We've actually
on us.
had one man on the show. It was very, very brief. It was kind of by fluke. It happened at NFT NYC, and we were
fluke.
just doing, some random interviews, and he snuck in there.
Yeah, that's
dude.
true. That's like we very rarely have women on our show. We like to they sneak them in every once in a
Oh,
while.
I'm aware.
But it's not by design. Like,
No.
are we sexist? Are we
No.
always on the lookout for women
Yeah.
that are?
Well, and when I was producer, that was one of my main goals, was always trying to find good women that knew their shit and, had something important to say.
Which, by the way, speaking of women who know their shit and have something to say, I believe we may have finally secured Crypto Mom Hester Pierce
Oh,
for
yes.
the show.
That's-
So
I heard that.
we should.
I was
be-
trying for
I-
many
it's-
years.
She's a tough catch. So you guys that have been listening to the show for some time, we've done hundreds of interviews, and we intend to continue bringing you the very best, or
Yeah.
at least mediocre.
These diamond handbags are pretty cool. You can
want
actually
one?
see. No. Well, I'm looking at the team.
Let me see.
Did you see the dragon
Well,
one?
I'm looking at the team. Like the team is spectacular. Like this one guy did Hermes and Chanel bags. This one lady was like had a product at Pinterest, and then like wow. I'm looking down here, and then I'm looking at all the advisors, all these amazing people. So they got a spectacular team. Co-creator of Crypto Kitties. Like when
Did you
is
just
this-
burp into the microphone?
to the side of the
You
mic.
did. That was.
It was
That's
money.
good.
It's the sangria.
I'm gonna leave that in.
When is this gonna be? When is it gonna be minted?
I believe this fall.
Really?
I don't know if she has a date
These-
yet.
these are
She will
really
be on the
cool
Nifty
looking.
show though.
I don't really necessarily like bags. I've actually I've had a girl where I've had to buy her an expensive handbag, and it was very painful. But I would buy her an NFT of a bag.
Get her one of those Louis Vuittons.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of
one
them.
of those channel bags.
Yeah. What about we go beyond NFT, beyond a little south just came out there, beyond NFTs. What about metaverse? Are you excited about bringing your ladies into a metaverse, or is
Definitely, yes.
Why?
I did it's kind of a funny story. And this is what I talk about when I say the technology. I mean, I'm not a gamer. I mean,
You're not.
I'm not a gamer.
You play Candy Crush. That is not being a gamer.
But I used to play Mario and Nintendo and,
Okay.
Mario Kart.
You play Candy Crush.
Yeah, I do like Candy Crush. But so my BFF had was it the Perks release party? They had a party in Decentraland. And I really wanted to go. Do you remember how much trouble I had? I couldn't even figure out how to find the elevator to get to the floor I needed to be on. I finally get to the floor I need to be on. And then they've got this place you have to go push a button to collect a shirt that says BFF. So
in a metaverse.
In Decentraland.
In Decentraland, okay.
Yeah. So I'm at this, what I think is a party. There's like a dance floor and a stage. And there's music and there's maybe 10 people walking around. We're all
that's a party.
Being idiots. Well, then I find out.
Like there's 3 of us here. It's a party.
I was not in the right place. I mean, I got the shirt and there was a dance floor and a party, but apparently Paris Hilton was the DJ in this other verse of, or I don't even know what to call it. Another place.
And it's not like a regular internet where you can just let me click a link and go there. It's like you got to go to the right place to portal.
And
there.
I thought I went.
Vortex.
I thought I went to the right place, but obviously I kept asking, saying, "But there's nobody here." And everybody, I was reading on the Discord at the same time that there's hundreds of people at this party. And I'm looking around.
Did you ever make it there?
No, I never found the right one. But
your shirt.
I at least got the BFF shirt, and I figured out how to put on my Crypto Chicks glasses. So I had some cute yellow sunglasses on. But that was.
So this was in Decentraland. They had a party there. See, that's what we want to do. Is we want to have a party in the metaverse to celebrate our 5th anniversary.
Are you going to hire Paris Hilton to be your DJ?
Well,
we're gonna hire Harris Pilton. Just like at NFT NYC, there was Dupe Snog.
I saw that.
Oh, God.
We're going to have Harris
Dupe
Pilton.
Snog is
Snog.
Give him more sangria.
Yeah, more sangria for Travis. All right, this show is extremely long.
I don't know that I've ever drank before doing a show.
I know. We
so
usually
I got a little buzz.
Sometimes you'll get high before a show.
Well, most of the time I'm high on shows.
I figured as much.
That's not true.
All right. Hey,
20%.
Erin,
20%.
Thank you for making a reprise here with us. I'm sure it's not the last time. We encourage everybody
the last time.
to go subscribe. I'm turning off Travis's mic there. He's off right now. You can't hear him anymore. Just he's in the background. Make sure you go subscribe to the niftychicks.io. Find it on the podcast players everywhere they are. And I'm sure.
Yes, please.
You did actually lower my mic.
I did actually.
What a bastard.
Yeah, I took you
That's
down.
why I had to yell.
I know.
Go subscribe. Subscribe on YouTube.
And follow
Nifty Chicks.
on Twitter.
The Nifty Chicks.
The Nifty Chicks.
The Nifty Chicks. We're the Nifty Chicks everywhere.
We are the Nifty Chicks everywhere. That sounded haunting for a moment. We will find you.
We will haunt you forever. Well, I want to say thank you so much for being part of this for so long and helping us grow this thing, or helping us kind of keep it at the same stagnant level.
You're welcome.
Thank you for helping us keep our podcast at the same stagnant level.
On life support. And you know what? You've heard us end the show a zillion times, and I've
forgotten.
I don't know that we've ever had a woman end the show, so I think it's very fitting that you do it. So if you have any final words of inspiration for the women who are either in crypto, want to get in crypto, and then close us out with those 2 words that we all love so much.
Okay, so my final words of inspiration, and this goes to everybody, men and women, and that is, I would love for everyone to tell a woman, whether that be mother, daughter, sister, friend, lover, whatever, tell a woman about crypto and NFTs, help them learn and bring them into the space. And then you end the show with go listen to the Nifty Chicks, right?
That's not exactly.
Oh. Okay.
Stay stagnant.
All right. Stay bad.
Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.